I mean, I grew up on my dad's couch and in a normal council estate. And it was a weekend hobby for me and my dad. We kind of stumbled across it. We started racing RC cars when I was 4.
Right.
And he thought I had really good hand-to-eye coordination, so he bought me a go-kart. It was really old from a newspaper. And we arrived at the track for the first time. We were not welcome. We were the only black people there.
Right.
And, you know, and it was very, very expensive. So my dad had 4 jobs just to keep us going. He was going to London doing his normal job, which was IT at a railway station. And then he would come home, he'd be putting up the sales signs, vending machines, anything he could find a little bit of cash to, because it's so expensive. What my dad didn't want us to do is to struggle as he did. He's from Grenada, came to London, and, you know, struggled really, finding money, finding a good job. So he's like, I don't want my kids to struggle like I have. So he worked to the bone to create an opportunity for us. I think every day is not, there's failure is kind of, there's always an opportunity, there's potential for failure. And I feel like we limit ourselves as human beings. I feel like we've got to be taking risks. Don't fear embarrassment. Don't fear any hardships. You know, if you don't try, and if you don't fail, you'll never know what your limits are, right? You'll be limiting yourself most of the time. Believing in yourself is one of the, I think that's probably been personally one of the most important parts. There's definitely days where I feel like a failure. Believe it or not, I feel like a failure. I feel like I'm not good enough. There's days where I don't like the way you look or the way you dress, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. But believing in yourself, learning to love yourself, yeah, and just not giving up. You know, that's just never giving up. So I think that's really, believing in myself is really what's enabled me to do what I do on track, and then standing up for what I believe in and just going with your heart. But when it comes to driving, I've done it my whole life, and that's the thing. It's given me so much confidence. I get in the car, put this helmet on, and I'm able to be whoever I want to be. I can be Superman under that helmet if I want to be, you know? I've never struggled for motivation in the sense of being competitive. All I can do, I can't control what they're doing. There's no point worrying or thinking about what they may or may not be doing. All I can do is try and focus on, inwards, try to focus on being the best that I can be. What is my potential? How can I be more positive? How can I have more energy? How can I be healthy? How can I be a better person to be around, a better person to work with? So, I think about all these kind of things. Naturally, I have that question and sometimes that feeling with other things. I'm not always the most positive person. I try everything, but there's things you try and you keep failing and you're like, damn, I suck. And I could be really negative for a moment and I'm like, no, keep going. So I still have the willpower to get past that wall that hits me in the face. I think it's much, much easier to learn. There's more to learn when you have failures. That's really where the growth comes from. The biggest growth comes from. We dreamed of this as when we were young, and when I was young, when we were watching the Grand Prix, and this is way, way beyond our dreams. And I think it's so important for kids out there to hopefully see this and know that don't listen to anybody that tells you can't achieve something. Dream the impossible and speak it into existence, and you got to work for it. You got to chase it, and you got to never give up and never doubt yourself.